Hi everybody. Today it's March 5th, 2022, and I'm doing an update on my experience with trying to grow palm trees in New Jersey. Alright, so we had a winter with some pretty cold spells, actually going down into the single digits, like around 8-9 degrees at certain times. And so that kind of stressed these trees, and I'll show you what happened. So this is the Phoenix Robolini, and I protected it, or attempted to, with burlap. It's in this about an 8-inch raised planter. The burlap went up. You can see it going up pretty high up the trunk. But despite that, all the fronds are dead. Now whether there's any life to the roots or not, I don't know. But even if there is life to the roots, this thing would take so long to recover, it's just not worth the effort. So prior years I brought this indoors to overwinter, which worked out fine, but leaving it outside over the winter looks like it's dead. Alright, so that's Phoenix Robolini. So here are the Windmill Palms. They look, these are in pots. I have 2 here, I have 4 over there. I think they might be alive. They're severely damaged. I'm not sure whether it's even worthwhile to see if they recover. I'll think about that. Over here, you can see that there's some green left, but it's really yellowed out, and the new shoots look pretty dead. On that one, this one, they look like they might be alive. But again, it's very damaged. Over there, it's questionable. So these Windmill Palms in pots on my deck, which is I guess a relatively exposed space, did not do well. Now in this corner of the yard, I put a bunch of Windmill Palms, and it's a relatively protected location here, because you got this big fence over here, you got the house over there, the fence over here, so it's somewhat protected. And these palms did a little bit better than the ones on the deck. They looked like they're alive, but they did suffer some significant damage. But I think they're alive, so we'll let them sit here. You know, it's March. See what happens in the next few months. See how quickly they spring back. I can't imagine this happening too fast, because this is a slow-growing plant, and anything that causes significant damage over the winter is really going to, you know, mess up any progressive growth you're going to get out of the plant. But we'll see. We'll do an update later on and after a few months and see how well they spring back. Over here, I had planted one in the ground, and this one has done better than the ones in the pot. Again, it's in this relatively protected location. You can see it, the fence on one side, a big planter pot on the other, house over here. If I go around the other way, got house there, fence, etc. So this is relatively protected. And you can see this one's done better than the ones in the pots. You can see that the new growth, the new shoot, looks fine. Let me see if I can point that out. It's this shoot right here. That looks healthy. There you can see this one frond over here turned yellow, and there's some yellowing over here, but basically the plant doesn't look terrible. And this one I think will do okay. Then I have a couple of windmill palms in the front of the house. Now you can see it's right up against the house, just a couple of feet away. And so it's got protection there, probably some heat coming from the basement of the house. You've got planters on either side of that, also providing some protection. A tree over here providing some protection, etc. The other side is open, but to a street with other houses along there. So it's, again, offering some protection. It's not like it's in an open field. And look how well this one's done. I mean, this is the same weather as all the others, but in this location, planted in the ground, outdoors, look how nice that looks. So again, this is New Jersey. The same weather that wiped out those ones on the deck in pots, and this one's thriving. So it is possible to grow these things here in New Jersey, but it's like it depends. And if you can get the conditions just right, it can work. The only extra protection, is just some leaves and mulch piled up around the base of the plant, and that's it. Here we have some seedlings that have been growing in this pot, and these things are as old as this one, but I guess because it's so shallow they don't do well. They can't grow big, but they're alive and they're growing. This one is a windmill palm that I had ordered from Florida, and it was 4 feet tall when I initially bought it, and it was put out where that Robolini, Phoenix Robolini, the Pygmy date palm was that died, that I just first showed you. And it was dying off in that location, because that's a relatively exposed location. And I stuck this thing in the ground just to see if it would recover, and it's kind of been iffy. And so you can see there's still some green fronds in there. And the new growth shoot over here is a little bit yellowed, but not totally yellowed. So I'll leave it there a little longer, see if it recovers, or I may just replace it with something else, either a fresh windmill palm planted in this protected location, or something else. I'll think about that. And then last is this windmill palm that I overwintered in the house. And I got this big window here, which faces south, and this one's doing fine, except for some bugs that I got on it. But anyway, you can see this one looks really nice. And if you want to see the little bugs, let me see if we can see them. Let me see if I can get them focused. There. Can you see those little white things along the stem there? Just, I don't know what they are, but I'm going to spray this. To kill those bugs. But yeah, overwintered in the house in a sunny room, the plant looks great. So if you thinking about doing this in a climate like New Jersey, which is like a zone 7, more or less. You know, that's the kind of results I got. I hope this gives you an idea of what you can expect to have as results trying to grow palm trees in New Jersey. Thanks for watching.